Good morning, class. Welcome to the online classes for physics of class 9th. We were going through the chapter that is work and energy, in which we have seen the work part, right? We have seen what the work is, what are the types like positive, negative, and the zero work done. We have seen that whenever the force is applied in any body, the body gets displaced, right? So whenever the body gets displaced, we have to apply the force, and we can incline that body with some angle. Then the work done will be more easy for us. And we have seen at different angles we can put the values like for 0 degree, 60 degree, 90, 180, right? So different kinds of theta's value can change the work done's value also. So now we are going to see the second part, that is energy. So what the energy is. If we want to define energy in the simple words, then we can say the ability to do any work is considered as the energy. So what that means, like if you complete a work, you need that much energy. If you have to do a lots of work at a long time, that means your energy should also be that much to complete that work. So energy is something like what is the ability to complete that work, right? So if a person want to do a lots of work, that means he should have a lot of energy in his body. And if he have to do his work in very small time, then it should be very less time. So energy possession should also be very less from that body, right? So energy is something that is possessed by our body, which can able to do our work, right? So we know that whenever a body exerts force on any object, then body get displaced, and that displacement is considered as that you have done some work. So any body that having some energy can exert a force on the other object. If you are not having energy, whether you can exert any force on other object? No. So to possess means to do any work, you should possess some energy from your body. If you want to exert some external force, then you should have some energy, and during that process some of this energy of the body is transferred to that object and the body get displaced, right? So when the object moves, work is said to be done. So what we can say, that the energy is something that can make us to do the work, and energy is a scalar quantity because it does not depend on any direction. The amount of energy that possessed by our body is almost equal to that of the amount of the energy that we are able to do that work, right? Or we can say that work it can do when its energy is released. Like now I say that when the force is exerted on any object, the energy of our body is almost transferred to the other body and the body got displaced. So there is a energy release, means the energy is released to some other part of the body, right? Now what are the types of energy and the units of energy? I already told the ability to do work means almost energy will have the same unit as that of the work. So unit of the energy and the work done will be same. What is the unit for the work done? It was joule, and ergs also we have seen. Similarly for energy, its unit will be joule. Okay, different forms of energy if I would talk, then mainly there are two types of energies, but different types of energy which we used to see in our environments are kinetic energy, potential energy, chemical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electrical energy, nuclear energy. So this all are almost energies which can be possessed throughout our work done. We know that whenever we apply the force on any body, like exerting force, it will transfer of energy to that body and the body get displaced. So this means that we are possessing some energy, right? On possessing some energy, what we can say, that some mechanical energy should be possessed so that the mechanical work is said to be done. So any work to be done, we have to do some mechanical energy by our body. Means our body doing any work means it is a kind of mechanical work, and the energy possessed is called mechanical energy. So our body possessed mechanical energy will have considered to be have two parts. That is, one will be kinetic, other one will be potential. and rest all are the types of energy that used to be changed. Like loss of energy, I already told that when we exert force, then there is some energy which is transferred to the other body. So we have the two types of energies in which our body is, and other types of energies will be the loss of energies in the form of like heat. It may be chemical, it may be light, sound, anything, right? So firstly we will be seeing what the kinetic energy is. Remember, kinetic or a potential, any body having kinetic energy means the body is in motion. So a moving body is almost having the capacity of doing any work, and it will have some energy also, then only the work is said to be done. So the energy possessed by that moving body is considered as a kinetic energy, and the energy of a body due to its motion is called kinetic energy. So moving body, whatever its energy will be, it is kinetic energy. Okay, for example, if you are having a ball, you want to hit the wickets, then also if you throw the ball, that means now the ball is having a which energy? Kinetic energy. It will move and it will give its energy to that wicket, and the wicket will get displaced. That means the energy of that kinetic energy will try to move that body, and the body get displaced. Similarly, a moving hammer on a nail on a wood, then also the body's energy will give transfer to the other body, and the work is said to be done, right? So every object around us which used to have some speed or which has some motion or a body moves, that means it possesses kinetic energy. So every body which is in motion will be considered as an having kinetic energy. So the formula for the kinetic energy, how it told that the kinetic energy of a moving body can be measured by the amount of the work done tried to make a body to move before it comes to rest, because as it comes to rest, some kinetic energy will become zero. So we know that work done to move any body is the force into displacement, right? So kinetic energy will also be the force into displacement, but why it said that a body should try to move with some velocity, then only the kinetic energy is there. So we know that v square is equals to u square plus 2s, because time is not required for the energy, but the body should get displaced and the body should be in motion, so velocity is required. So v square is equals to u square plus 2, that is third equation of motion. Using this equation of motion, v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Initial velocity will be there, but I said the body will be moving, but as it stops, its final velocity will become 0, right? So v will also become 0. And if you are applying a velocity to move a body, it will get retarded also. It moves in the opposite direction, that means. So velocities applying acceleration will be taken in the negative. So v square will be 0, u square will be similar, and minus 2as, because the plus 2as, it will become minus 2as. So v square is equals to 2as. On taking the root, we can put the value. Now v square, we know that force is already equals to mass into acceleration. So putting the value of acceleration on 2as, we will get 2 into F into S upon M. So v square is equals to almost 2 into Fs into M. So if we take this M into cross, then it will be mv square upon 2. And what is force into displacement? Kind of energy. And I already told that a body moving with some velocity will be considered as its kinetic energy. So what it is depending on? Kinetic energy is depending on its mass, its velocity. Means if the mass of the body is very heavy, then its kinetic energy is almost heavy. That means the energy possessed by that body will be considered as a double. And similarly is directly proportional to the velocity also, but it's square of the velocity. Means the body's mass is less, then it should have the velocity double. Then also the kinetic energy will be more. So if the body of the mass is doubled, then kinetic energy will also be doubled, right? So whatever the body's is almost having a highest mass will have the highest kinetic energy of the body also. So kinetic energy of the body depends on its mass and velocity. So heavy bodies with a high velocities will be having more kinetic energies than a slow moving bodies, right? It may be of small mass, but it should have a highest velocity. If it is a heavy mass, then moving slowly also will be having a highest energy. right? Like if I'm having a car and it is moving at 1000 meter per second or like 80 meter per second, similar one, like simple one, like we are driving in a car or like scooty, they're having a less mass. But if we are moving it with highest velocity, that means also that it is having a highest kinetic energy. If we take a high heavy mass like a elephant, if it is moving with only 6 meter per second or 5 meter per second, that means very less velocity, then also its kinetic energy will be very high because its mass is high. Either of any of the one thing like mass or velocity, one of it should be very high, then only the kinetic energy is said to be high. If the mass is halved, then its kinetic energy will also be halved. So velocity of the body is doubled, then the kinetic energy also become very 4 times. So velocity should be highest. If velocity is not that much high, then mass should be high, then only the kinetic energy can get high. But it is that when a body is moving with some velocity, then only it can possess kinetic energy. Got it? In the next class we will be seeing the potential energy, but together this potential or a kinetic energy together will try to make a mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is help in the doing mechanical work. So energy is something that is ability to do any work. It was a scalar quantity, its unit was also same as that of work, but I can say that to complete any work, two energies are required. One will be kinetic, other one will be potential. Both should be there to complete any work. Okay, so in the next class we will be seeing what the potential energy is. Okay, so thank you class. In the next class we will be seeing the further topics of this chapter.